I'm excited to have you connect to your number one character education channel. This is the 28th episode in our series, Compassion. And today I'd like us to see what happens to some people when they go through a personal unpleasant experience. There's an English proverb that says, adversity makes strange bedfellows. That is to say, when some people go through a personal unpleasant experience, they are likely to fall into wrong hands. That is to say, they become rebellious and bitter instead of becoming compassionate and better. Now, for example, somebody who was in a relationship could have suffered some kind of disappointment if the person was jilted, and because the person was so committed to the relationship, the person decides to find solace somewhere. Now, that person may be unfortunate to meet people who have found negative ways of addressing issues like that, who are not willing to be compassionate. For example, such a person may fall into the hands of a gay group, and they may tell the person, what are you doing as a man? They may say, what are you doing with a woman? She don't have anything to do with a woman. In fact, you are better off with a man. Or if it's a woman, they say, what are you doing with a man? You are better off with a woman. And then they show the person some kind of false love, okay, some false affection, and then deceive the person into finding solace in that kind of deviation. All right. And that becomes an expressway to a life of regrets for that person. Okay. And then the person will also hate the opposite sex. Now, instead of generating compassion, the person is developing hatred. Because I will never have anything to do with a man. Again, that's a woman speaking, or a man saying, I will never have anything to do with a woman again. And then the life of regrets begins. Okay. Now, so there is need to be cautious when one encounters a personal unpleasant experience so that one does not completely deviate and jump into a destructive company. You have to ensure that you achieve the aim of having an experience like that. It's not the end of life. It is for you to become compassionate. Oh, there are so many other people going through this experience. What lessons have I learned? How can I help them get out of a situation like this? Or to have a better relationship? Maybe I made this mistake, made that mistake, and so, things like that. All right. That's the aim, not to become bitter. All right. And so I like to hope that this will be of help to somebody. Thank you for your time today.